today we are doing a very special recipe, a gardener's dream, and it is zucchini bread. So I've already cooked my dinner for today, and my boys both asked for cake. But we're gonna do this zucchini bread. They won't know the difference. It'll be just as delicious. So I'm gonna start with 2 medium to large zucchini. We're gonna get, hopefully, 2 cups. If not, I have some extra because it's that time of year, right? We have a bunch of zucchini and squash now. Unfortunately, I do not have any growing in my garden this year. This season, I actually don't have anything, which is the first time in many years that I haven't grown peppers or tomatoes. But I haven't had the time, so I'm sad. But my cousin had a friend who has a garden. He's been bringing us tomatoes, which I'll show you what I've been doing with extra tomatoes as well. But for today, we're going to do the zucchini. Now, you don't have to cut this in half. You could do the whole thing. To me, it makes it quicker to shred if I cut them in half, and so that's kind of why I did that. Now, I'm gonna get about 2 cups, hopefully, of zucchini out of this. Now, I can say some recipes that I have seen will tell you to drain that water or drain your zucchini. Don't do that. You are gonna have a rock of a zucchini bread if you do that. So keeping the moisture in the zucchini itself will keep your zucchini bread really moist. Yeah, but look how beautiful that is. Hopefully, like I said, we could get about 2 cups. Whatever I cut to the side here, we'll give to the chickens. Okay, now to the fun part. I have here about 2 cups of flour. If I forget to mention a measurement, don't worry about it. You know I got you. I'll put the measurements into the description. I'm gonna get my dry ingredients in here. I got a teaspoon of salt. And these are really, really easy. Most of you have these ingredients at home. So if you have some zucchini, you can pull this together today. Also gonna do some baking soda and baking powder. Tablespoon of cinnamon. Now, this zucchini bread is so good for a snack or even a breakfast in place of like your banana bread. And you can even, this same recipe I've even done with muffins sometimes, so your kids really like to eat muffins. Okay, so I'm just giving this a good little mix. And getting the sugar in here. All right, so we got the sugar in. We're gonna go ahead and set this aside. I have 3 large eggs. I like to give it just a little beat to help it get started. And then also I have some vegetable oil. Today I have organic canola oil, but you are welcome to put any kind of vegetable or light tasting oil in this. I have tried butter, but it makes it too brown. So the vegetable oil keeps it moist. Then I need some vanilla. And then we'll give this a little mix before adding back the flour mixture that we had. And I'm gonna switch from the whisk over to the beaters. All right, so I'm gonna get just a little bit of flour at a time in here, and hopefully not to dust myself too much with this flour. Get started a little bit. we have this mixture, and it should be thick like this. Like I said, this is why these are really good for muffins if you wanted to do it that way. Now, another reason why I like to cut my zucchini in half is because, as you can see, these strands are short. I don't like having the large strands going through the zucchini bread. So if you cut them in half, you'll have little short, fine little strands like this. So here, I'm just gonna go ahead and fold these in. But the zucchini, you really can't taste it. It's kind of like a background little bite, but it's mostly the moisture that you get from it. But this is an excellent way to use up that extra zucchini. And then also just some other different things to swap out. I'm all about using ingredients that I have on hand, but also my dietary needs and the needs of my family change sometimes. Sometimes we use sugar and sometimes we don't. I try not to keep them on sugar for the whole year, but you know, sometimes I'm guilty of it. But sometimes I can use the same recipe using maple syrup. Okay, I'm gonna set this aside just one moment. And this part is completely optional, but I love it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some nuts in. Today I have pecans. You could also do walnuts. Walnuts are very delicious in this. Or you could just omit it altogether. It's still really delicious. Okay. Now that these are chopped up, I'm just gonna go ahead and get these in the mixture. Now at this point, you also could add some chocolate chips. That is very delicious as well. But I used all my chocolate chips for cookies over the weekend, so just a gentle mix. Okay, now here I have two 8x4-inch loaf pans. I'm just gonna try my best to eyeball and evenly, and I've buttered and floured these, but I'm just gonna try my best to evenly distribute this in between the two. And then I have my oven preheated at 325, ready for these to go in. And the hardest part about this is just waiting on it to get done. All right, these are ready to go into the oven. Okay, so these have been in the oven for exactly 1 hour, and I'm going to let them cool for about 5 minutes before I flip them over out of the pans. Now look how beautiful that is. This is one of the most satisfying parts of baking. Just knowing that after you have created this beautiful dish, it comes out beautifully just like this, and it tastes as good as it looks.